Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is not a skate shoe. I'd call this thing a BMX shoe, if anything. It's a 2018 Globe Tilt Evo shoe. It's a low-cut, kind of larger than average profile shoe with a hybrid fuse style sole and a fairly stiff flex right out of the box, but it does have a true fit to it. There's kind of a lot going on. There's a TPU heel counter, support shank underneath your foot, which is great for pedals. It doesn't cause your foot to sag out when you're jumping on your BMX bike, but there's kind of a lot going on here. The upper is made out of basically three things. This thermoplastic polyurethane, a mesh on the lateral and medial side, and then kind of suede everywhere, and it's reinforced with double stitching. The cool part about the Tilt Evo though is that the tongue is actually connected to the quarter panels, and it's kind of like its own sock. It's kind of like just a full sock style liner. The backstay is actually going to be fairly soft along the upper section. It's a little bit of elastic to kind of snug your foot in. But then there's that larger than life TPU heel counter, and that is going to be stiffer along the lower section of the shoe. But there's a good amount of padding. Again, the kind of like the internal kind of neo style material, and then a little bit of mesh is going to wick moisture away. And because of the mesh style panels on the lateral and medial side, the shoe is going to breathe fairly well. There's also perforations on the toe box, which dispel a little bit of moisture if your feet happen to sweat. The tongue, interestingly enough, actually has like a centering loop, even though it really doesn't need that to keep the tongue in place because the whole interior is kind of this kind of sock style sleeve. The eyelets actually kind of act as independent eye stays over the top. There's actually 6 of them. They have a standard style positioning and flat style laces. It's easy to get the shoes on because they have these nice little pull tabs that open up the top if you need. And then there's this thing. This is a perforated footbed, as you see. There's lots of dimples there, perforations throughout. Breathability. There's a little bit more padding in the heel area than there is in the toe area, and then a mesh style top, and that rests upon this kind of hybrid fuse style outsole. It's a combination of a lightweight EVA Nitro Light midsole, which Globe uses in a lot of their footbeds too, a more dense style rubber, and then an even firmer rubber around the perimeter with this bright red support shank. Now this shank, in my imagination, would probably be best to not sag out when you're on a bike pedal. As for skating, I don't know if you want that much support directly underneath the middle of your foot. Maybe if you're like bomb dropping or something, but probably not. But overall, cool looking shoe, cool for casual use, kind of a lot going on. If you're hard on your shoes when you're BMXing, you should probably check these things out. It's the 2018 Globe Tilt Evo shoes. You can see them at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Feel free to leave a comment or a question. Let me know what you think of these wild guys right here. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you around. Peace.